Hey guys, Crypto Sunday, and it's a bit of a red week. I've had a bit of a correction down, nothing too much, sort of used to, if this is it of course, could go on sort of next few weeks maybe, but used to sort of 20-30% corrections from the 2017 bull run, sort of said for a while. I wouldn't really be that surprised at sort of going down 20% say from here, and then sort of carrying on upwards as it has done before. But at the moment, it seems to be sort of very resilient when it does go down. It's getting bought back up. So whether this is still just ETF hype, people don't want to let it go too low. But yeah, let's have a look at the news. So even though prices are down a little, the inflows are still coming into ETFs. It's been a slightly slower week than the previous few weeks. Obviously this is from 5 days ago, so it could potentially be a negative week, I guess, taking into account the last few days price action. But yeah, we've had some inflows for that week at least, mostly Bitcoin, $19.8 million, very small week, as I say. It was about 130 million the previous week. Ethereum, 9.7 million though, that's quite good. People selling the multi-asset fund, which is a bit unusual, considering they're buying sort of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. But yeah, 3.1 million into Solana, that's pretty good. That seems to be just fairly steady. And 8.6 million in short Bitcoin. So people are really betting on this correction. Whether that's sort of short term and people will sell that as soon as they get a small amount of profit. I don't know. Other as well, 2.6 million in other. I don't really know what those sort of coins would be, because you've already got XRP, Solana, Litecoin, even Ethereum and Bitcoin. So I'm not really sure what what products those would be. I don't think this includes futures. So yeah, that's some reasonable good news, I suppose. So you've had Gary Gensler finally concede that the Grayscale lawsuit has had an impact on their sort of thinking and decision making. They've said they are considering between 8 and a dozen filings. He sort of said that before. But he said, we had in the past denied a number of these applications, but the courts here in the District of Columbia weighed in on that. And so we're taking a new look based on these court rulings. So it's first thing he said, remotely positive towards putting these ETFs through. And when asked if he was directly alluding to Grayscale, he says they do everything within the laws Congress has passed and how the courts interpret them, which is a bit of rubbish, to be honest. But yeah, everyone's looking to get past Grayscale sort of on one side and then all the spot ETFs on the other. They still sort of seem to be in in-depth discussions with the staff, which Gary has said before. He's somewhat taking a back step and letting the staff deal with a lot more things than they were before. As he says, they just sort of denied them pretty much outright before. So, well, we'll have to see. A few weeks left. What is it? 3.5 weeks until January the 10th. I can't imagine they would, if they're going to approve them, I can't imagine they would do it on the 10th. So yeah, probably within the next 3 weeks. If they're going to get approved, then that is when it will be. I love this as well. Obviously, Donald Trump was sort of very against Bitcoin and crypto in general, but when there's the opportunity to make a bit of money, suddenly he turns around. This is the third iteration of his digital trading card NFTs. And yeah, it's based on when he got arrested. So he does a little video here.
Hi, everyone. This is your favorite president, Donald J. Trump, with some very exciting news. My last 2 Trump digital trading card collections sold out in just hours.
And have dropped in price since.
Now I'm back with my latest series called the Mugshot Edition. I wonder where that came from, the Mugshot Edition. 47 all-new stunning cards, and here is the best part. I'm doing two important things for my Trump collectors. For the first time, we're creating a real physical Trump card. Purchase 47 digital cards and we'll mail you a beautiful trading card. It is an authentic piece of the suit I wore when I took that now famous mugshot, and it was a great suit, believe me, a really good suit. It's all cut up and you're gonna get a piece of it. I'll be autographing some of them. A true collector's item. This is something to give to your family, to your kids and your grandchildren. With the purchase of 47 of the Trump digital trading cards, you will also be invited to join me for a gala dinner at my beautiful Mar-a-Lago, my home in Florida. You've perhaps heard of it. It's become a pretty famous place.
Yes, exactly. So $99 each. And if you purchase, as he says, just 47, then you get a physical card with a bit of his suit cut up and slapped on the front of the card. So that's $4,700 to get a piece of the suit and 47 NFTs, and you get to go to the dinner. And if you buy 100, $10,000, then you get some more bits and pieces. One-of-a-kind card, 2 VIP tickets and all that. So, yeah, I do think he sort of says purchase just 47. You think, yeah, that's $4,700. He's sort of making light of it a little bit. But, yeah, Trump NFTs. I guess on a slightly more serious note, we do have ETH potentially sort of signalling early stages of a nice price run. If the usage is anything to go by, it's down 2,400 ETH in the last day. People sort of burning quite a lot, down below 120, 197. That's sort of all-time low since the merge. Last 7 days, you're looking at 17,000 ETH down. And last 30 days is just continuous down, 54,000 ETH. So since the merge, you sort of had this down period. As I said before, we're getting a little bit concerned that it had ticked upwards into inflation again. But it has sharply gone down. And so the lows of that period, I think, were sort of 120 to 113. And yeah, we're now down to 197. So a deflationary token potentially going into the bear market, the bull market. So yeah. As we say, Bitcoin obviously slightly inflationary and even less after the halving, but Ethereum, if it can carry on the usage, deflationary. Keeping an eye on MicroStrategy as well, and sort of a few of the other proxies. It might be one more for my stock side, but yeah, it's obviously all crypto, and sort of potentially whether I would sell out of some of my Bitcoin and sort of buy some more stuff in the ISA come April. But yeah, you've sort of got MicroStrategy obviously up with the rise in Bitcoin, but just sort of comparing to the miners. So I've got MicroStrategy here in blue on the last 3 months and CleanSpark in the green. That's been sort of running up more than pretty much everything. Coinbase in the red and Galaxy Digital in the orange. Galaxy are sort of a bit of everything, sort of a bit of trading, a bit of miners. They sort of got a small amount of exahash mining and just sort of a bit of everything. They've sort of done okay over the last 3 months. But MicroStrategy sort of the worst at only 67% up in the last 3 months. CleanSpark obviously sort of running quite a bit. Last sort of 6 months, they're a little bit more even. Coinbase sort of reasonably high. I've always sort of said I'm not really a huge fan of Coinbase, thinking that a lot of their demand could go if we do get ETFs approved and that sort of thing. Their sort of fees will drift away, but whether they get income from being the custodian of the ETFs, don't know. But considering they're already at sort of $35 billion and CleanSpark are at 2, I think there's sort of, not obviously just because they're a larger market cap already, but they don't really make that much money compared to sort of what the miners could make if we sort of get to, $75,000, $100,000 Bitcoin. Galaxy, it's a little bit unclear as to how much they're really going to make. They don't have that much in mining hash rate, as I say, and sort of trading and things. They could get things wrong. So, yeah, not really sure. And MicroStrategy have 175,000 Bitcoin-ish, so at 42,000. You're looking at $7.3 billion worth of Bitcoin, and they're at 8.9 already, and they also have a bit of debt as well. So, sort of including the net debt, you're at 11 billion, and they've obviously only got 7.3 billion in Bitcoin. And I think the sort of actual revenue of the business is sort of largely irrelevant now. 500 million in revenue for a 11 billion enterprise value business is not a lot. So it basically rises and falls with the rise and fall in Bitcoin. But you're already paying sort of 20% on the market cap premium over the Bitcoin that they hold, and sort of 40% on the enterprise value if you include the debt. So, as I say, if the ETFs get approved, then I can't really see why people would carry on using this as a proxy. You've got the fact that they can dilute and issue more stock and buy Bitcoin. They could buy Bitcoin with debt, but yeah, I just don't see that as all that bullish. So I'm struggling with the idea of replacing CleanSpark with MicroStrategy, to be honest. But yeah, looking around for other stuff. So looking at the coins for the week, not everything is down actually. A little bit strange. Bitcoin down 5.2%. Solana is flat, interestingly, so that is holding up rather well. I really do need to move this into second, actually, because it's escalating above Ethereum quite a bit. Ethereum is down 6.4% despite the burning. Chainlink down 13%, but that has been running sort of quite a way recently. Cardano's green, 1.6%, that's doing well. XRP down 7.7%. Power Ledger is flat. Matic down 8%. Audius down 3.7%. Quant down 4%. Gala down 7.6%. Internet Computer, I haven't really seen any news. Maybe I need to sort of dig a little bit deeper. But Internet Computer's up 92% for the week. So that's quite good. I lost quite a bit on Internet Computer, sort of buying the top and selling out for a tax loss, admittedly. But I think it did a little bit worse than most of the other coins. Obviously, I was buying it in the bull market. Anything would have dropped, 60, 70%. But yeah, I think they did a little bit worse. But yeah, I'm up since my sort of buys in the lows. I think I'm up about 150%. So that's made up part of that gain. Basic Attention Token 7.2% down, and VeChain 9% up. So yeah, as I say, I see this as a sort of relatively small correction overall. Could get worse, could drop sort of another 10% over the next week or two quite easily, and that would still be fine. But we'll have to see where we go. So leave your thoughts in comments below, and like and subscribe. See you soon.